Okay, so in the last video, I showed you how to pick the papers that you're going to use for your Eric Carle collage. What I'm going to show you now is how to actually start that collage. So I'm going to move my papers sort of to the top. Now, I'm going to do an example. Now, yours and what paper you choose to start with is going to depend on what you want your background to be. But I'm going to go sort of for like a night sky. So I'm going to use this blue one as my background. You'll see that it was facing horizontal, and I just took it with my fingers and turned it and enlarged it a slight bit. So I'm going to act like this is my paper. Everything else I do, I'm going to build on top of here. Now I want to start to make my drawing with this purple here. So I'm going to tap this purple. I'm going to double tap it. I use my finger for that. It seemed a little more responsive than my stylus. And then when this pops up, the little menu here, you're going to select Cut Out. And what this means is that whatever you draw on this paper will be cut out, almost as if you drew something on paper and then cut it out. So I'm going to do sort of like a horse's head. I'm going to start over. And it's going to cut this shape out. So I am going to hit the check mark down here, and then I'm just gonna place it where I want it, okay? Now, I'm gonna find that color again, that color paper, because I need to make something else. So I'm gonna double tap, cut out, and I'm going to put this here like an ear, and you can enlarge the shape that you made, or you can make it smaller just by minimizing it with your fingers or enlarging it the same way, spreading your fingers out. Now if I need 2 ears, I can click this and hit duplicate. Now I want this one to look like it's on the other side, so I'm just making this one a little smaller. And now I'm going to start to make some hair. So maybe I pick this paper. And that shape will be there. Now, if you're noticing that this is sliding behind, we want, I'm going to duplicate it. There we go. That way it's on top. Now, if you're noticing that it's not staying on top, you might need to double tap and send this, if it suddenly ends up in front of everything, to the back. Okay? And maybe I put some of this in here. And I'm going to pick more of that one there. And I'm just cutting out different hair shapes. And everything, notice that I'm keeping it in the background of my blue paper. I'm going to duplicate that so I have a few of them. And let's find a yellow. Oh, that's loading. We're going to give it a second. Oh, still loading. I'm going to find... Now, if the Eric Carle paper search is not bringing up like a certain color you need, you might just type that color and then painted paper and see what you get. This one here. So I'm going to need load that in a sec. I'm going to use this one since it's already loaded. So now maybe with this one. Can you tell what I'm making? And that'll be how you continue going with your collage. Okay, so that is all the skills you need to know for cutting, and what you make with it is totally up to you, like 100%. So be creative and just make it great. Really take your time to make a picture that looks totally whole.